Всем добрый вечер из пасмурного Екатеринбурга. Мы наконец-то начинаем стрим пораньше, как уже задумывал несколько раз. Вот, и сегодня мы постараемся попасть на базу Лотос Ассасинов. Или Ассасинов Лотоса, как угодно. Но прежде нам нужно выполнить ряд сайд-квестов, расположенных по столице империи. И сейчас мы идем в сады культурно образованных людей, скажем так. Так как там выеживается представитель Запада, первый и единственный в этой игре. И нам предстоит в умственной и физической схватке с ним доказать, что кунг-фу рулит. О, конфигурация змеи, отлично.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though your enthusiasm is appreciated. I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture. What? That's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there. He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this any further.
Well, we got what we wanted. I just hope you know what you're getting into. We should head back to the Dragonfly and let the others know what's happening.
Так, ну это мы только продвинулись по основному сюжету. Нам еще предстоит ряд сайд-квестов. Так.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while I was at the tavern. That flying machine of yours is truly a marvel. I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my inventions, though. Me? You want to ask me something? Well, sure, I'd be glad to help you if I can. What would you like to know? Oh, I'm Scholar Zenyu. I'm one of the newer Scholar elites. I was actually born in the poor quarter, but my uncle brought me here when I was only 10. He knew I would never have a chance at a real life unless I had some proper schooling. I've lived here with him ever since. All right then. Goodbye.
Так, нам еще здесь надо будет разоблачить одного преступника.
I hope you're not here to pester me. I'm a very busy, important, and educated man, you know. All manner of studies. The history of dramatic systems, applied theology, and, celestial integration. All of these are vital pursuits of knowledge. Not that you would understand such lofty matters. Well, you see, drama can be broken down into several systems, and I study the history of those systems over time, how they've changed, and that sort of thing. Well, there's the new system, of course, but everyone knows that. Then we have the, old system, which, as you may surmise, is no longer in use. That's a brief summary of my latest work, at any rate. Oh, it's all very complex, and I really don't feel like describing it to you at any length. That's how you know I'm a scholar, you see. An unwillingness to share all the information I have. Too large a subject for your mind to comprehend, I'm sure. Well, it's the application of the study of theological things, isn't it? For instance, knowing about spirits and then finding a use for that knowledge. Well, no, not really. This is the study of applied theology, not the application of studied theology. That's something else entirely. Celestial integration means just that. It's integrated, celestially. Thus, the relationship between the heavens and earth is one of integration and, celestial. It's a very advanced field of research. It would take several lifetimes to understand it properly, which is why my position as a scholar is so irrefutable.
Очень убедительная маскировка прикидываться философом и говорить, что в голову бредет, делая вид, что все твои слова означают что-то большее, чем есть на самом деле. Типа это высокая философия, а на самом деле просто словесный понос.
Of course not. I'm... Ah, dread. This isn't working at all. How did you know? You're here to hunt me down, then. Lord Rento has it in for me, and I figured it would come to this. I don't suppose running would do me any good. I was unjustly accused. I simply petitioned Lady Rento for some silver to support me as an actor. Patronage it's called. She agreed, but her husband flew into a rage when he found out, and now I have a death sentence on my head. It's not fair. And if you were a decent person, you'd help me get out of this city instead of taking me in. It's the only way I'll get clear of Lord Rento's wrath. You need more proof than my pathetic attempt to pose as a scholar? How about the fact that Lord Rento was out of town when I bilked him? Not that anyone but Lady Rento will confirm that for you. Still, it should be apparent that I'm not some great confidence man. We should go see Captain Sen right away if you're sure. Is now a fair time to go down to the gate to get me out of here? The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away, but you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine. I can't imagine what might go wrong.
Действительно, что может пойти не так? С его-то умением маскироваться.
Citizen, I hear there's progress in the search for creative Yukon. A scholar ran out of the Scholar's Garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news.
How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What is that man doing?
Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say? Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary. I can't see how Yukon slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man, if you take my meaning. Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukon's bounty a dead man. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens? Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
If you think you've seen this person, you must report it to the authorities at once. It is your duty.
Что ж, еще одному человеку помогли. Так, может быть сейчас, когда я пойду обратно в сады, у меня появится тот самый сайд-квест, о котором я вчера говорил.
This will be a great tragedy.
Вот, похоже, это оно и есть.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I was just muttering to myself. I'm in some trouble and... Wait! You could help me! You're clearly not from around the Imperial City, and I need someone's help most desperately. Someone unaffected by the politics of this place. Well, you see, there's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play! I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way. The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play has been changed, you see. One very key piece of the play has been rewritten. Once you change this scene, you change the very soul of the production. It's hardly my play at all if they perform it their way. They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire. I tell you truthfully that they've lost the whole point of the piece. A like-minded island amidst a sea of dolts. Oh dear, that was a poor metaphor. The point stands, regardless. I'm certain the Lotus assassins would blame me for the satire. I will gladly offer you the going rate for a leading man, just for a walk-on part. I need you to take a role in the play and read the role the, original way. You have a most regal bearing, so I'd expect you'd have no major problems at any rate acting the role of Lady 14 Flowers.
I think you should do it. You'd make a wonderful Lady 14 Flowers.
If you talk to first-degree thespian Fong up by the pagoda, tell him you're the replacement actor. He'll be desperate, so all you'll have to do is read the proper lines. Of course, all the roles are played by men, or at least women with the decency to pose as men playing women. It can get complex sorting it all out. Oh, they will. It's a role practically suited to one of your stature. It'll come to you as easily as pleasant scents on a spring wind. Here's a copy of the original script for your scene. Pivotal, I assure you. This copy reads properly, not like that edited pile of dung. Hurry over to the large pagoda overlooking the Golden Way and tell Fong that you're the replacement. They won't wait forever, so step quickly to it. Remember, you'll have to memorize your lines. No script on stage, of course. Also, make sure you read from this script. Now, good... No, you're about to perform, so I shan't jinx it. Get to it!
Ну что ж, вот он тот самый квест. Вы, наверное, и без меня в курсе, то, что в те времена все роли в театрах исполняли мужчины, в том числе и женские. Потому что женщин было принято не допускать до этого искусства актерского мастерства. Я, правда, не знаю почему. Это глупо. Учитывая то, сколько великих актрис породила индустрия кинематографа, ну и театра в том числе со временем. Эх, глупые суеверия и сексизм.
Excuse me. You're in my way, and I'm trying to keep an eye out for our replacement actor. You? You're the replacement? Well, why aren't you in costume? If you're going to be playing Lady 14 Flowers, you'll need your dress! There's no time for you to run back and get yours. I'm sure we can find one to fit in the back, though most of our performers are less broad. Did they give you a copy of the script when they sent you over here? Let me see that. No! This is all wrong. They sent you with the old script. Bloody Actors Guild is staffing itself with water buffaloes, I tell you. Here, have it back. The script's recently been revised, so even if you're familiar with the old version, read it again for the changes before you head on stage. Well, a southern noble funded the location and travel for us, but wanted to make a few tweaks. We couldn't afford to miss the exposure. Our writer wasn't that happy, but we accepted the revisions, and here we are. I'm sure your Actors Guild told you that we have standard rates. We'll happily pay you the going rate for a lead, especially since this is short notice. Ruin your scene and you get nothing, just like normal. Understand? Just get at least half the lines correct, and the crowd will figure out what's happening. Any less than that, and it becomes one of those obscure plays no one likes. Now, read that script over. Come talk to me when you've got it, and we'll get you into final costume and onto the stage.
Ну что ж, следуя пути открытой ладони, мы сыграем не переделанную версию, оригинальную версию сценария. White banners are flying. Угу. Угу. Так. White banners are flying. Heavens send a message at dusk, and the night is coming on fast. И третье у нас Edge of the Great Plain. Так, вторая половина. Seasons change from place to place. To the heavens themselves. Shooting star traces a border across the sky. Ну что, я готов разыграть сцену.
Have you read the script? Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet?
О да, я полностью вжился в роль. На 200% ощущаю себя леди 14 цветок. Или леди 14 цветков. Так, наверное, правильнее будет перевести.
That's the spirit. Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south, all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves, and lo, to the west, he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls. But what word from the wastes of the Horse Lords? Aha! What is this? Why, 'tis Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
White banners fly.
Peace in the north? Could this be? Have all the Horse Lords been subjugated so easily? Heaven smiles upon the Empire today. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire. We have had word that the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most gracious lady, when was this momentous decision reached?
Вот это правильно. Was it reached, or did the heavens guide it to him? Either way, the dusk was slipping into night.
You phrase that most interestingly, Lady 14 Flowers. Why do I sense there is more to this story? But surely the might of the Jade Empire is unquestionable, and our will to victory unswayed. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
He stood at the edge of a vast plain, the ground covered in snow.
Surely you mean the far edge, the Horse Lord camps broken behind him. There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. With such a chill in the air, was this some time ago?
Ой, я уж не помню, что там в 4-й-то.
I have heard such stories. a land where even the houses are made of snow, and the moose and beaver run wild. The horse lords are said to ingest copious amounts of an extremely sugary, creamy form of tea. I understand it keeps their strength up. Barbarous. Indeed, I suspect that the true story lies in how far north the Emperor's reach has spread. It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady. When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great Emperor turned to? The heavens had turned to him? These words, are they riddles? Wait, what word is this from the front? The Emperor sends word of his return. The horse lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the Empire, dear lady? A celestial event, most auspicious. And so, our most noble emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the horse lords and stretch the empire to the ends of the earth, but we stopped. For now, even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. The informant will suffer for a lifetime.
You there, Lady 14 Flowers. That was pretty solid. It's too bad you couldn't hit it perfectly, but it will do.
At least we know you'll have something to fall back on if our other endeavors fail.
That was a curious interpretation of your role. It lacked some of the punch we've come to expect from the great lady. Ah well, what's done is done. I believe I owe you an actor's fee. Enjoy. I'm glad you were here to fill in. We would have sunk faster than a bottomless boat without a solid Lady 14 Flowers on hand. Rather fun. Now I know you're not one of the guild actors. They're never positive about anything. Oh well, no harm done, I'm sure. The performance wouldn't have gone on without you, professional actor or not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have things I must attend to.
Не нашел что-то этот квест среди выполненных, чтобы выяснить, правильно ли я вообще, ну, идеально ли я сыграл. Потому что если не идеально, мы перезагрузимся. Я хочу в совершенстве перепройти, постараться.
Had your, moment, did you? I never attend my own plays. No, much too nerve-wracking. Someone goes for me. She is very kind to do that. I heard how it went. It seems the play was a success, but I've heard nothing of its deep meaning, the message it was meant to convey. So disappointing. But that's what I get for trusting an amateur. Ah well, at least it wasn't that mockery of a revision that was read. Here, take this. You've earned it, if only just. Farewell.
Нет, ребята, так не пойдет. Мы стремимся только к совершенству. Совершенству открытой ладони. Так, запоминаем еще раз. В первой линии мы говорим, что белые баннеры летят. Вторая. Так, небеса шлют послание на рассвете. На закате, на закате. И ночь приближается быстро. Так. On the edge of a great plain. Так. Четвертое. Seasons change from place to place. Вот что я неправильно ответил. Пятое. Heavens themselves и... Все, я... Seasons change from place to place. Все.
Have you read the script? Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet? That's the spirit. Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south, all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves, and lo, to the west, he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls. But what word from the wastes of the Horse Lords? Aha! What is this? Why, 'tis Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
Очень жаль, кстати, то, что разработчики не постарались сделать модель переодетого в женщину персонажа уникальной для каждой из доступных для выбора моделей. То есть всегда будет одна и та же. Но я понимаю, что это, скорее всего, в целях экономии было так сделано, но все равно было бы приятно, если бы у каждого была уникальная модель леди 14 цветков.
Peace in the north? Could this be? Have all the Horse Lords been subjugated so easily? Heaven smiles upon the Empire today. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire. We have had word that the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most gracious lady, when was this momentous decision reached? You phrased that most interestingly, Lady 14 Flowers. Why do I sense there is more to this story? But surely the might of the Jade Empire is unquestionable, and our will to victory unswayed. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
He stood at the edge of a vast plain.
Surely you mean the far edge. The Horse Lord camps broken behind him. There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. With such a chill in the air, was this some time ago?
Тут, наверное, все-таки первое надо отвечать. The flower gardens may blossom, but the warmth of spring can hide an icy heart.
Ah, yes. For while things can seem warm, ice can lock away all that warmth from the people's hearts. And the sun becomes locked away where none can see its warming face. It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady. When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great emperor turned to?
He turned to the heavens themselves, as they had already turned to him.
The heavens had turned to him? These words, are they riddles? Wait, what word is this from the front? The Emperor sends word of his return. The Horse Lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the Empire, dear lady?
A shooting star traced the border of our lands.
A celestial event, most auspicious. And so, our most noble emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the Horse Lords and stretch the empire to the ends of the earth. But we stopped. For now, even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. The informant will suffer for a lifetime.
You there, Lady 14 Flowers. The crowd loved it. Fantastic performance. You managed to hit every line perfectly.
At least we know you'll have something to fall back on if our other endeavors fail.
That was a curious interpretation of your role. It lacked some of the punch we've come to expect from the great lady. Ah well, what's done is done. I believe I owe you an actor's fee. Enjoy. I'm glad you were here to fill in. We would have sunk faster than a bottomless boat without a solid Lady 14 Flowers on hand. Rather fun. Now I know you're not one of the guild actors. They're never positive about anything. Oh well, no harm done, I'm sure. The performance wouldn't have gone on without you, professional actor or not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have things I must attend to.
Ну что ж, мне кажется, теперь все вышло хорошо, потому что он сказал то, что я идеально попал в роль. Ну, сейчас выясним наверняка.
Had your, moment, did you? I never attend my own plays. No, much too nerve-wracking. Someone goes for me. She is very kind to do that. I heard how it went. It seems the play was a success, but I've heard nothing of its deep meaning, the message it was meant to convey. So disappointing. But that's what I get for trusting an amateur. Ah well, at least it wasn't that mockery of a revision that was read. Here, take this. You've earned it, if only just. Farewell.
Ну, по крайней мере, у первого мужика диалог изменился. Он сказал то, что я идеально отыграл в каждой сцене. Так что, видимо, ну, вот этот исход, он у него всегда один и тот же. То, что, типа, народ не понял основного посыла. Ну что ж, придется с этим смириться, что другого исхода у того, кто мне изначально дал этот квест, быть не может. Печально. Так, ну что ж, сейчас мы будем разбираться с варваром с запада, грубо говоря. Но для начала надо прокачаться. Так, 14 очков, да? А, кстати, я на цифру 2 хотел поставить новый стиль. Так. Так, хорошо, так пойдет. Так, ну, в принципе... Так, а можно как-то... Видимо, с кнопки уже не убрать, если поставил, да? Ну ладно. Пусть будет так. А мы, в свою очередь, пойдем и разберемся с мужчиной из запада.
This city has so many wonders. I never dreamed of such a place.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow. Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you look quick with your fists, but I'll wager your head falls behind. Too much time slapping each other, and not enough time strapped to a desk in a decent classroom. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this? Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments. I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner. Whoever you wish. These five, standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered. To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire. I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against. The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all. I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
Так, ну что ж. Надо будет сейчас со всеми пообщаться. Я, правда, не помню, есть ли там такие выборы в диалогах, но... у меня уже 2 бронзовых языка поставлено. Ну все тогда.
So you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges. Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story. Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another. Try not to dig a hole you can't get out of. If you can't get everyone to agree with you, just focus on getting as many as you can. Remember, you need a majority of judges on your side at the end of 6 topics. Yes, make certain you are ready. The Outlander will be a challenging opponent.
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I will be the 4th of 5 judges for the debate. I suggest you don't mess it up. I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are easy to goad into decisions if you know their tastes. The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Respond in a rage and you are sure to engage him. Some arguments may win a judge's favor while turning another away. Vary your topics so that you don't end up manipulating the same judges over and over. He is an insult to our accomplishments as a people. If you fail in the debate, at least take him to task physically. I don't care where he came from. Anything to get him on his way. The Outlander uses flawed logic. Don't allow him to taint this forum of culture and intellect.
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Hang, and I will be serving as the 2nd of 5 judges for the debate. I look forward to honorable discourse. I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily engaged by sympathetic pleas, as are scholars Zhao and Gu. I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distasteful, but that is one of the arguments they prefer. Try to choose your arguments in a sequence that eventually turns everyone in your favor. Don't worry about losing a vote on a single topic. I don't dislike him. I find some of his points to be worth discussing, but Sir Roderick is a bit disruptive for the garden. He may bring attention that we do not want. It would be best to peacefully encourage him to be on his way. Good luck against the Outlander. He is a tenacious speaker.
Так, секундочку, надо свиток прочитать.
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to jury a debate before, and now I'm the 3rd of your 5 judges. My name is Scholar Zhao. I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as balanced, but some of the others are very specific in their tastes. Actually, you can sway scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously. I've argued in this group of scholars many times before. We are so used to each other that we will change opinions just to further the debate. Don't worry so much about what you are saying when you respond. Just concentrate on how you say it. He is coarser than the thinkers I am used to, but on the whole, I am not as upset by him as others appear to be. He seems bent on disruptive behavior. He should be encouraged to take that elsewhere. Good luck. This should be an interesting debate.
Ну что ж, я думаю, мы готовы. Пора доказать, что Восток круче Запада. По крайней мере сейчас, в наше время, в игровой индустрии именно так. Корея, Китай и Япония выпускают лучшие игры. Запад лишь за редкими исключениями выходят хорошие произведения.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you? don't want to set you off your game, but I thought we should ensure that the process was more entertaining than a simple checklist of virtue. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed? I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Please understand that true value transcends currency. Factual. Scarcity proves gold should be reserved for higher purposes.
Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
Such expansion must be controlled. The conquered are volatile. Ну так-то логично, если страна завоевывает другую, то жители завоеванной страны не факт, что смирятся с новым правительством и будут проблемы. И вполне вероятно, что большие.
Agree with me? Your downfall is assured. On to the next topic. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here. Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. This will be the final topic. If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that I have outdone you. A simple criticism, your ridiculous clothes. Not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen. I ask you, what have you done on the pantaloon front? And why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile? Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I was a fool to think otherwise. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debates, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
У нас, по сути, вышло поровну. 3 раза большинство было за него, и 3 раза большинство за меня. Но при этом он говорит, что типа нечестно.
The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of. What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You are about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Это будет легко. Что?
Your concept of honor is outdated too. Finish a dog when he's down. Percival, a towel.
Так, странно, не помню, чтобы он был настолько жесткий. Ладно.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you? Good. Don't want to set you off your game, but I thought we should ensure that the process was more entertaining than a simple checklist of virtue. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, Shall we proceed? I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior.
Мне почему-то помнилось то, что у...
Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Мне почему-то помнилось то, что стили трансформации у них иммунитет к оружию, но сейчас я вспомнил, что не у всех, а только у трансформации в призрака в красном одеянии. Вспомнил, да, и мы этот стиль не скоро получим. Но я помню, что я с помощью него чизил его на НГ+, давным-давно.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here. Majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say. Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around. What? My monocle must be fond. I can't see anyone in my favor.
It appears they've reached a consensus against you, Sir Roderick.
Clearly these people are incapable of fairly comparing one of their own to an outsider. This is a farce. Then perhaps it was my mistake to think you would be open to anything other than your own backwards ideals. Pah! I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debates, but true honor is decided on the dueling field. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
Ну что ж, в этот раз постараемся победить.
Good. Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You are about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Focus. Legendary strike. Paralyzing pole. Legendary strike. Paralyzing pole. Totally core. Paralyzing pole. Legendary strike.
That was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick. Within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny. Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
Итак, в теории, чтобы заполучить все возможные от него награды, игру надо пройти 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 раз, чтобы собрать с него все, что он может предложить. Вот. Но так как моя цель сейчас это попытаться собрать все возможные стили для открытой ладони на этом прохождении, мы попросим у него его оружие, потому что это оружейный стиль. Это 3 техники. А это гем для моего драконьего амулета. Ну и мы выберем оружие. Кстати, сейчас, если камера покажет на него, обратите внимание, что у него на броне рисунок вилки с сыром. Я только сейчас это заметил. Ни разу, ни за одно предыдущее прохождение я не обращал на это внимания почему-то.
Mirabelle is yours. Treat her well. She's a finicky lady. Right, that's all. Fluff my travelling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Отлично.
A well-fought victory against that outlander buffoon. You showed that he could not best us in battle, mentally or physically. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it. Your service is appreciated. If only there were more like you in the Empire.
Так, ну что ж. не зря переиграл, потому что мне удалось всех 5 на свою сторону переманить. И это... И победил я его... Ну, он по мне только 1 раз успел попасть. Не чистая победа, но близко к этому.
Koni uk noia kup sa ia sisia su ukot. Yo wea sonse ia wo yo wea kon on perfifia.
Так. Так, это мы читали. Ну, в принципе, все. Все, что можно было сделать здесь, сделано. Сейчас мы пройдем арену. И после этого можем будет двигаться в сторону базы Лотос Ассасинов. Что в конечном итоге... Там параллельно мы выполним еще несколько сайд-квестов, которые расположены в Некрополисе. Вот. И мы будем, можно сказать, переигрывать сценарий из первого Котора. В первом Которе, когда мы прилетаем на Карибан, нам же надо внедриться в Академию ситхов. И вот здесь мы будем притворяться, что мы типа пытаемся стать Лотос-ассасином. Вот, то есть подобные вот элементы прослеживают, ну, параллель между подобными элементами здесь прослеживается в этой игре. Лично для меня это на самом деле даже приятно. У меня это вызывает ностальгические теплые чувства по первому Котору. Я вроде его совсем недавно перепрошел на стрим, да, но мне хочется уже сделать это еще раз. Я просто обожаю эту игру. Вдоль и поперек. Так, это читали? Нет.
Uso siir uthak tarwair, shathir owosu.
Why would the governor want to accuse you of doing this, Sung Tao?
Вот, еще один сайт-квест здесь появился. Так.
Don't worry, Sung Tao. I'm doing everything I can to prove you're innocent.
Я, честно говоря, не помню, что здесь сейчас будет, но выясним в ходе расследования.
Good day, sir. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control. I am Prefect Jitang. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice. Really? You will help me? Thank you. Thank you so very much. I need to find proof that Ling is the guilty one, and by so doing, exonerate Sung Tao. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Sung Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us. I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself. Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared. Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required. I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere. But you could speak to him without raising suspicion.
Имя забавное. Чендлер Лин. Это почти что как Чендлер Бин из «Друзей». Интересно, это осознанная ссылка со стороны разработчиков или нет?
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. They're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do. Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
A difficult situation to be placed in. I hope we are up for the challenge.
О, это будет элементарно. Я уже вспомнил этот квест. Нас там заманят вместо с клетками для животных, которых выпускают на арену, и нас там попытаются приструнить. Или точнее будет сказать, нас попытаются заставить замолчать. Но мы так просто не дадимся.
So you think you can free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble. Well, that's what Jitong fears. I have no reason to doubt him. Besides, why else would the men not return and their belongings suddenly appear on the market?
Pure coincidence. It's not proof. It's purely circumstantial. Anyone will tell you that.
At any rate, it seems likely that's what has happened to the men. I feel terrible for them, but I have my own problems to deal with, as you can see. I am a scholar, though still a junior scholar by most regards. I assist the philosophers and scholars with their work. It's a good life, though I can't help feeling guilty sometimes. The scholars and philosophers have many privileges, while so many live with so little. I spend my spare time in the poor quarters, helping where I can. If I have any extra money, I use it to help the people there. It's not much, but I like to think it helps. I don't know. I was just down in the poor quarters, helping a family with some repairs on their hut. I was leaving their house when the guards came for me. They told me I was suspected of abducting people from the poor quarters. I told them it was ridiculous, that I only wanted to help the poor, but they didn't listen. I admit I spend time in the poor quarters, but I don't try to hide it. I'm there several times a week, in fact, usually in plain sight of everyone. Well, nothing really. I'd never heard of him before this. I heard what Jitong said about him, but that's about it. He seems decent enough, I suppose. Nothing. I've heard rumors in the past few months. The residents in the poor areas were getting worried, though I never knew anyone who disappeared. One of the girls I helped out in the poor area said her uncle had disappeared, but I never met him. She was devastated, of course, and she blamed the slavers. But it was all just speculation. No one had ever seen anyone being abducted. There wasn't even evidence of struggles or violence. I don't know what else to tell you. I understand. If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet you still want to risk yourself needlessly.
Судя по такой интонации, по тому голосу, уже как бы становится понятно на 100%, что он виновный. Это настолько же очевидно, насколько становится очевидно по мимике персонажей в L.A. Noire, кто виновен, а кто нет.
I'm no fool. Those men haven't returned, and I can assure you it isn't because they've decided to take a holiday. Chasing after criminals is dangerous work. Obviously, there are risks involved. Why would you risk yourself when even the local minister seems content with the scholar's arrest? In a given day, I meet with several buyers and probably twice as many sellers. There are always more sellers than buyers. My job is to determine whether something is worth buying, not whether the seller is worth buying from. If I see a bargain, I don't care who the seller is. Suffice to say, those items could be from any number of sellers. I don't recall who sold them to me, but that certainly doesn't make me guilty of slave trading. No more than you've heard for yourself, I'm sure. They are a myth, a rumor, really. Nobody has ever seen them, and nobody has any proof they exist. And yet, there is still a belief that they exist. Madmen terrorizing the poor and abducting the helpless. It all seems very superstitious. Abducting a person isn't like picking someone's pocket, you know. There would be evidence, signs of a struggle. But people will believe what they want to.
Это при том, что я буквально недавно, когда проходил пиратскую базу, мы там повстречали несколько работорговцев. Да там, по сути, все были к этому причастны. Из-за Гао старшего. Но просто потому, что его больше нет, не значит, что работорговля пропала сразу же.
Of course. Do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
Ну что ж. Прохождение арены чуть-чуть подзадержится. Нам надо обязательно выполнить этот квест. Так, он должен быть наверху.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me? I have no instruction to give. If you want to catch my eye, you need to show me that your skills are far beyond the norm. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
Вот он. Зибао.
What do you want? Do I know you?
Really? Lots of people know me, so what? I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you just find someone else to bother? Who? I don't know anybody by that name, and I don't know anything about slave traders. Leave me alone. I have nothing to say to you, so why don't you just keep moving?
Забавно то, что обычный вариант предлагает 500 серебра, а типа очарование предлагает 1000, хотя по идее это дополнительные варианты диалогов, которые появляются в зависимости от скилла. Должны предлагать наилучший вариант выхода из ситуации. Интимидацию можно попробовать для разнообразия. Хотя я боюсь, что мне за это могут дать очки этого закрытого кулака. С другой стороны, он занимается работорговлей, он заслуживает такого вот отношения.
Look, you don't have to get that way. These guys are ruthless. I'm just looking out for myself. I hope they decide to kill you instead of me. Come on. I'll take you there now, but I can't promise you'll get a warm reception.
Черт. Все-таки...
Zibao, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I... Legendary strike.
Да. Переиграем. Ну что ж, придется ему заплатить. Ой, нет, только не это. Опять этот баг. И я не знаю, из-за чего он происходит вообще. О, сколько же проблем с портами этими, да? О, хоть перезагрузка помогла, и на том спасибо. Но теперь оно появилось здесь.
Yes? I like to think that we can take time to talk about important things. Very well.
Извини, падающая звезда, не сейчас. Фуф. Пронесло.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me? I have no instruction to give. If you want to catch my eye, you need to show me that your skills are far beyond the norm. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
Так, на всякий случай сохранимся.
What do you want? Do I know you? Really? Lots of people know me, so what? I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you just find someone else to bother? Who? I don't know anybody by that name, and I don't know anything about slave traders. Leave me alone. I have nothing to say to you, so why don't you just keep moving?
Так.
Yes, that is. More than I'd see in a month. I might be able to take you there. You'll have to pay me now, and I'm not promising you won't get killed once we get there. It's your life, friend. No refunds either. Follow me.
Zibao, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I can't stand the stench of these beasts. I've already dealt with the last shipment of slaves, and with that damned prefect poking into our affairs, we have to be extra cautious. Now, there's an unknown quantity in this little meeting. Just who are you? Song Tao, isn't that the fool who's taking the fall for Chandler Ling? Well, you've overheard your evidence. Too bad you won't get to tell anyone. Zibao was a fool to bring anyone here. We can't afford anyone nosing into our affairs right now, and you've heard too much. Get him, boys, but don't kill him. We'll get quite a bit of silver for this one.
Legendary strike. Toad Demon 4.
Режим отшельника. А, я же не могу лечиться в этом... В режиме трансформации, совсем об этом забыл.
This has gone far enough. You're far better than the last dog who dared cross us. Maybe I was hasty in my decision to attack you. I have an eye for raw talent. That helps when picking slaves, but it comes in handy in sizing up potential allies. Who are you, and why are you here? You're clearly too skilled to be one of the fools hired by Prefect Jitong. So what business or grudge do you have with us? You're one of them, are you? Another fool like that scholar Song Tao, always thinking the poor are worth saving? You're better than that. You've just shown me your strength. Any poor wretch who had the discipline to fight like you wouldn't let themselves be enslaved. Someone like you deserves to work with me, not oppose me. I have a friend who could use your help, and I'm prepared to pay for it.
Иди к черту.
If only I had a silver coin for every time I've heard that. Come then, let's end it.
Paralyzing Paul. This is Blonde Sword.
Slaver Documents. Ну что ж. Мы свое дело сделали. Избавились от паршивых работорговцев. Так что сейчас вернем доказательства. И сайд-квест будет выполнен. Потом мы пройдем арену и отправимся в Некрополис искать базу ассасинов Лотоса. На всякий случай сохранимся, чтобы избежать проблем с камерой. Дай бог.
There you are. The governor sent Ho Chong, one of his lapdogs, to oversee the trial. I hope you learned something, or I'll have to proceed with Song Tao's sentencing. He took you there? That's incredible. That's remarkable. Well, what did you find? Have you discovered evidence that exonerates Scholar Song Tao?
Ha! That doesn't prove a thing. Pieces of paper can be bought and sold just like anything. Just like anyone.
I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, Chandlerling. This proves a great many things, including your guilt. I never suspected the slavers were so well connected.
Let me see that. Well, this certainly looks interesting. I suppose Scholar Sung Tao can go free then. And you, Chandler Ling, will come with me for sentencing. It will be quick and harsh, I suspect. This sort of thing will not be tolerated in the Empire.
It's all a lie. You don't know what you're doing. You're all making a very big mistake.
Thank you. Thank you for risking yourself to help me. If there's anything I can do to repay you, please ask.
I'm just glad an innocent man didn't suffer.
You are too kind. I have no real way to repay you. However, I do have some items you might be interested in. They're not here, of course. Come and find me in the Scholar's Garden, and I will be glad to show you what I have. I'll see you there. Goodbye, and thank you again.
That was very noble of you. I've never known anyone else who would risk so much to help a complete stranger. You surprised even me.
Вот. Еще один плюс творить добрые дела. У тебя есть девушка, которая ценит их по достоинству. Твои поступки. Поэтому я всегда и выбираю падающую звезду. Как своего партнера по жизни. В Нефритовой империи. Так, он сказал, что его надо искать там, где мы разбирались с представителем Запада. И у него будут для меня ништяки. Будем надеяться, у меня хватит серебра, чтобы все у него скупить. Ой, мне кажется, я его уже пробежал, да? Он, скорее всего, даже не здесь. Или... Так. А, вот он.
Good day again. You've done a great deal to aid me. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. I've got some interesting items if you'd like to see them.
Ого. А, more silver from human enemies. Ну, это такой себе. Значит, у него только гемы. А никаких техник нет, которые бы навсегда улучшили мои статы. Так, Я хоть это ты читал? Да. О, тут это. Разбить можно было, я пропустил. Так, это мы... Да, тут мы... О! Это да, это мы потом обязательно сделаем. Когда разберемся с ареной, мы перед тем, как отправиться в Некрополис, мы еще произведем некоторые техники в кузнице лорда Лао. Ну все, сейчас пройдем арену, а заодно выполним персональный квест Дико Черного Вихря. Здорово, конечно, то, что не столько NPC разместили по городу, что, ну, это значительно оживляет улицы. Ну что ж. Турнир «Смертельная битва» продолжается.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Now that you have qualified for the Browns division, your challenges will be more difficult, but you'll earn greater rewards. I want the very abacuses of heaven to rattle with the name Raging Dragon, so I've prepared something memorable. The guards rounded up a group of subhuman things around the great southern forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Каннибалы сейчас будут моими врагами.
These monsters crave the flesh of man.
Legendary strike. Focus. Paralyzing pulse. Legendary strike. Toad Demon 4. Legendary strike.
That was a good start to the Bronze Division. Those beasts are far stronger than they look. Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. It's not the most original name, I'll admit, but that's 500 years of tradition for you. The arena floor will be set up with ancient magical devices. They will attempt to fry you to a crisp, much to the crowd's delight. Your job is to stay on your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
А, я вспомнил, это по сути в форме мини-игры. Ой-ой-ой. Уф. Ой-ой-ой. Опасно. Фух.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Kui. I have a message for Raging Dragon. Kailan the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
Ha! Well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me? Yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match. I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild's involved, though. The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here. No, I can't, actually. The Serpent, who's the guild's chief agent in this place, has specifically requested you. I'm certain it will be a small thing. Best to just finish it now. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the Serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes! Does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No! You've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the ring. Now, it's time to put these abilities to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror incarnate.
Legendary strike.
an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. No one questions your skill. That is why you were allowed to fight that beast. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match. He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
Сейчас выясним. Может, меня подкупить хотят?
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Are you here for a treatment or simple socializing? Of course, have a look.
О да, вот это надо по-любому. Так, у меня есть что продать? В принципе, вот эти два-то мне не понадобятся как раз-таки. Так. Вот это, кстати, может пригодиться на арене во время очень серьезного забега, скажем так. Там, в общем, будут на меня выпускать волны врагов, и у меня будет только, ну, одна полоска здоровья, одна полоска чи и одна полоска фокуса. А тот гем, вот этот вот, так, Imperial Favor, увеличивает шансы выпадения вот этих вот сфер, которые восполняют мне здоровье, фокус, ману, ой, чи и так далее. Так что повод задуматься.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings, famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. Especially such a fine figure of a man. So many men are made soft by city life.
She's practically undressing you with her eyes. How rude.
I would love to chat with you and learn more about you, but alas, I can't. I'm on exclusive retainer with the proprietor of this place, and he does get so jealous. Farewell, gorgeous.
Да ладно тебе, падающая звезда, мне кажется, ты сама периодически это делаешь. Я надеюсь.
I don't know you, but you're in here, so I know you're not common street trash. I hope for your sake that you have enough silver to warrant my time. You're not half bad for a man. You're in my good books as long as you have the silver to stay there. Sweet Poison Lin's my name, and I trade in rarities of a magical nature. I guarantee I have something you need. Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
Thousand cuts. 13200 серебра, вы серьезно? С другой стороны, если я продам вот эту, то у меня уже будет 8500. Ultimate Scholar Gem. Ладно, там видно будет.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement. To turn down an invitation of this nature would be both impolite and unwise. Fortunately for you, my employer, Kailan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Lin, this is Raging Dragon, the fighter we discussed.
Your introductions are unnecessary, Cho. I know this one personally. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Not even if it offers you a chance at the Bronze Division Championship? Crimson Kana's rise to Bronze Division Champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match.
She will be dealt with regardless. Why not benefit from our actions and ensure that her removal is clean?
When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana. If that is your choice, then so be it. You may deal with Kana on your own. I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks for itself.
It might not be wise to run to the officials with this, but surely we should warn Crimson Kana.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
Я же говорил, меня попытаются подкупить. Засранцы.
Ukir kawuir wo fonir ir karanos sakupono. Sayer uyofuis patuye? Uksayer kuni kakno aku kwawir fuisir aku fayita. Uksayer caritas fonir sisayer ir furk tatasir ir karanos sakupono. Uksiyer watuafu ni froto usosawir uktatasir ni ryoki. Ono wiri fuiro tarir noka sisayer na workur ktanti. Aka wo na wir sawir sansi noka uk napir. Nara wir wo ifuir uk sunurk. Wo sayer pinir sokart ayawir. Волосая пинерсо карт аяуе.
О, я же говорил, когда будет на максимуме, это пропадет привычный фон, и он заменится вот таким вот буквально небесным свечением. Очень красиво сделано в визуальном плане. Я обожаю это в этой игре. То, как здесь визуально продемонстрирован путь открытой ладони. Просто вот замечательно. А как выглядит максимальный путь закрытого кулака, это вы можете погуглить. Я этим путем никогда не буду проходить. Это точно.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the bronze division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A challenger for the bronze division, Crimson Kana must fend off Raging Dragon.
Так, ну она дерется со мной мечом, я думаю, будет только честно, если я поступлю точно так же, тем более, что у меня буквально меч дракона. Я, можно сказать, обязан самому себе использовать этот стиль.
Kana's winning streak has been broken at last. I don't know if you've heard, but Kana has proclaimed that the first fighter who extriciates her from her championship will learn the secrets of her technique.
Волосая пинерсо карт аяуе.
When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
О, нет. Только не это. Теперь давайте попробуем перезагрузиться. Будем надеяться, что это поможет. Ох, пронесло.
Sata kwa wir ni wosa wir sawa wira swir cook. Wosa wire nota ukrapo ni apawafa sonsi hier tuyewo. Wo ifo wir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasi yeruk. On we pifi. Ono wiri fuiro parir no ka sisayer na workut tanti. Vosa wire no ka ukraproni apawafa sonsi yer tuiro. Vosa yer pinir so kart ayawie. Tier nik puntuye poer no ka uk. Сойер такитир нони.
Точно. Она мне научила стилю двойных мечей. Ну что ж, мы продолжаем.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division. Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, this serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory. And since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first. This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
Legendary strike.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Ай-яй-яй.
Focus. Focus.
Как же они больно бьют, эти демоны.
Another demon falls. We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up. Kylon the Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
Опять. Я так и не разобрался, каким образом происходит этот баг, или почему он вообще происходит, но... Благо перезагрузка лечит.
We should have told you that Kylon will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
I'll wait out front with the others if you need me. Be careful. I don't trust this situation at all.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a young man, but I know you have the wisdom to see that my friendship has advantages. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future. Cheat is such a pedestrian term. I prefer to think of myself as a creative engineer. Like the fountains that channel water throughout the land, I spread entertainment to the people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Kui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire. Come now. We're above calling each other names, aren't we? The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me. Did you? An interesting claim. And one I'm not sure I believe. You don't match the description we have of the killer, but then the descriptions are fairly tenuous. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why? He has good reason not to tell you about this part of his admittedly spotty past. Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public. If you trust him, you are a fool. The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely. You place yourself in a precarious position, my young friend. I would hate to see your career stagnate. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylon. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Joe. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail.
Utilize the pole. Legendary strike. Toe demon forward. You're too slow. Focus. Legendary strike.
He fought like a monster for a little guy. Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kai Lan's thugs, you know. Not at all. Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kai Lan were there and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then. My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. Raging Ox was one of Kai Lan's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kai Lan approached me first. And when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. When Ox joined up with Kai Lan, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side. He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kai Lan, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kai Lan's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kai Lan's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kai Lan was, convince him to leave. But Kai Lan was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood. Kai Lan just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year. You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with a serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kai Lan's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.
Так, верните
I
мне
am honored that you have chosen me.
падающую звезду. Что вот прокачать еще? Вот это, кстати, будет полезно. Так. Может, Мирабель? Да, давайте ее. Так, и заодно ее поставим себе куда-нибудь, потому что она может пригодиться. А вот сюда и поставим. Так, где у нас? Вот Мирабель. Так, ну что ж. Мы продолжаем наше шествие по арене. И вот-вот случится... Ну как, не вот-вот, но вскоре случится кульминация этого квеста. И там будет интересная возможность. Под конец.
This next fight should be fairly simple for you. I once more want to send you up against 4 opponents. The crowd loves those fights. These are tougher than the students you faced before, but should pose no problem. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
We found him just like this.
You did?
3 Reach, the old stableman, found him. He kept everyone else out.
We can trust him. What about Cho? Do we know who's responsible?
Last I saw of him, he was following Raging Dragon.
He fights next, doesn't he? Replace the men slated for that match with our own. And ensure that their blades are coated with extract from the ebon orchid. Even the ancient magic of this place could not neutralize that poison.
It will be done. What about Lucky Cho? There are hundreds of people here to see the new fighter. We can't carry the body out of here.
Then we don't. You must always use the resources available to you.
Flashing blades and deadly grace.
Он приказал отравить их клинки, но при этом я в ответ отравляю их сам в режиме отшельника.
Legendary strike. Long sword.
I do not know who those men were. The fighters I picked for you to face were not guild men, and they certainly lacked poison-coated blades. The wards are useless against poison. That's a danger we have never been able to solve. Those men were Kailan's, not mine. I keep myself as far away from that end of things as I can. You have to believe that I look out for my fighters. Just before you came up here, I received word from one of the guild men from outside the arena. They send their apologies. I believe they feel Kailan's actions were not appropriated to the situation. You shouldn't have to fear assassins again, not after that message. You are not hearing this from me, but tensions have risen between the Serpent and the Guild itself. He's making a bid for control, and some factions are quite upset. You may feel caught in the middle, but the weather sages say the eye of the storm is the safest place.
Так.
When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
Нам сейчас надо сделать кое-что. Сходить к нашим товарищам, проверить, нет ли у них новых диалогов с ними. Ну-ка, квест, что ли? Не помню я здесь его.
They say you're in good with the guild. You're allowed into the back rooms where Sweet Poison Lynn runs her shop, aren't you? I have a favor to ask of you when you have a moment. My name's Gambler Daushin, by the way. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back. A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure. I know you're allowed to go freely into the back room past Kui's office. Would you carry a message to someone in there for me? There's a merchant in the back named Sweet Poison Lynn. She has connections with the guild, the real authorities in this place. I want to expand my operation, but without the guild's approval and protection, I can only take very small bets. If I made any larger transactions, they'd be quite upset. I spoke to some of the lesser guild members, and there's a set fee that must be paid to Sweet Poison Lynn. It took me some time to save up the silver, but I have the fee. I just can't get back there to talk to Lynn and pay her directly. If you could go in there and pay her on my behalf, I'd happily repay you. I would never do that. I'd be shut down or worse in a heartbeat. And there's too many people who'd happily report the infraction to Sweet Poison Lynn. The guild rewards those who can prove that people in my position aren't playing by their rules. My thanks. I'm sure Sweet Poison Lynn knows about my interest. I've been angling this deal for a while. You should run back there now. The sooner you go, the sooner we can up the antes.
Ну, должно быть легко и быстро.
What do you need from me? Dao Shen? He has angled for a long time for our permission to run a larger game. He's honest to a fault, but he still pulls in a fair bit of cash. I was wondering if he'd be resourceful enough. One of my associates has already told him of the cost involved. Are you here to deliver his payment? His payment? Good. Give it to me, and I'll send someone to go discuss the new terms of his operation. Now, back to our business, yes? I have my sources. Some of them rich, some of them poor, and all of them very concerned with their privacy. Do you have any idea how much magic the arena itself holds? These walls have seen more than you or I can imagine, and there's enough security for me not to worry. Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
Так, у меня уже почти что 6,5. Так. Ну, самое дорогое, что могу продать... О! Вот это мне точно не нужно. Интимидация плюс 8, но при этом все остальное минус 3. Мне это нафиг не надо. Разум плюс 1 тоже не надо. А вот разум плюс 12 это, конечно, заманчивое предложение. Ладно, посмотрим, сколько я еще заработаю дальше. По арене, может, мне хватит, не продавая этот гем. То, что когда у него появятся новые слоты, может, я его все-таки себе надену.
Before you say a thing, I had a visit from one of Sweet Poison Lynn's contacts. Fantastic news! I can up the bets. Now you can wager 10 or 25 silver on each roll. This is perfect, and I have you to thank. Thank you again for paying the fee from your own silver. Here's your repayment and a little extra for your time. A thousand thanks to you. I promise to use your generous gift wisely. Now that we can play for larger bets, let's say we set up a game. Thanks again for all your help. Be seeing you around, I hope.
О! То есть у меня теперь есть... А, это Superior. Я почему-то обрадовался, что это... Ну, попутал с Ultimate. Superior Warrior Gem. Так, ну что ж. Сейчас входим к нашему летательному аппарату, к нашей стрекозе. Проверим на наличие новых диалогов у команды.
Oksasa sarano fukno, ni ukni akawani rapani. Irkana, unigasuri kwana no kasairiro. Sata tawi ir wanawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir soto. Wowo sun punono, yapapam nasia wir saye wuth. Usair Kokanato, Tanatia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokanato Siri Panonenico. Niato Nonapadi Irovir, Kuni Ugnawata Ir. Uno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo, Kunir Puk no Sunkud Nano Wana Napir. Sata tawi ir wanawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutok. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo kunir puk no sankut na no wana napir. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa ir kana. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo, kunir puk no sankut na no wana napir. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uok sun puno. Usair kokanato, tanatnia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokanato siri panoneniko. Niato nanapadi irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Usair kokonato. Tanatnia. Katanano. Shafatoyo. Kokonato siiri panoneniko.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem. My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him. An offering given as a sign of respect. A bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report. It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so, because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
You have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be... right. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Oh, yes. And while we're at it, we could kill Fang and his guards, too. Unleash rivers of blood in the streets, all in the service of the Lotus Assassins.
Now that is how you interrupt the bureaucratic process. I'm all for it.
Да, Зу говорил за сарказмом.
I am no coward, but there is already more blood on my hands than I can ever wash clean.
You know this. I have no plan for you, no easy answer. But working with the Lotus Assassins is a bad idea. No good can ever come of it.
We really don't have any choice, Zhu. It's the only way we'll ever rescue Master Li. I don't like the idea of causing trouble for Shang. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Shang, or anyone else.
Maybe you're right, Dawnstar. I just hope that in the end we don't sacrifice everything for the sake of one man, even if he is your beloved Master Li.
It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs. They're more subtle.
Все, вот я вспомнил. Это вот то самое задание, про которое я говорил, когда мы поговорили с той куртизанткой, которая работает на этого судью Фэнга, и которая была бы не прочь избавиться от этой жизни, потому что он всякие извращения над ней проводит. Вот. Так что, да. Мы сделаем все, как я это обычно делаю. Мы спасем куртизантку и избавимся от судьи.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? It is a foolish idea. You do not understand the seductive nature of the assassins and what they do to recruits. It does not take much to make a person forget who they are. With a little effort, they can be pushed past any morals they might have claimed. Cloaked in service and honor, even the most depraved of barbarity soon becomes unremarkable. A naive assumption. Perhaps you can avoid direct participation, but their fanaticism will still affect you. The rot that is Death's Hand permeates the complex. He was made our leader during the raising of Dirge. He replaced Sun Qin, who along with the glorious strategist, never returned from that campaign. I did not serve Death's Hand long, but when the orders came, he never questioned. The connection is more direct than loyalty, and he instills that in his Lotus assassins. That is how so many were driven to kill without cause, and why I decided no more. There was more to that event. You are right to sense it. But I have kept my silence for so long that I must carefully consider the repercussions of breaking it. I must inevitably deal with my demons. Your destiny demands it. But I must also know that those demons will be put to rest, not exploited. For many years, I did nothing. If I had known Master Li was the glorious strategist, so much could have been resolved one way or another. In the end, I will have to trust that you are enough his student to find a way to protect what I cannot. So you claim. I am not accustomed to words having such weight. We should resume your mission. You have far to go. Goodbye.
What? What do you want? Tried that once, and it didn't work out. Prefect Mu Hong pledged his daughter Mi Shan to me after I cleared his district of bandits. She wasn't ugly, so I agreed. The night of the wedding feast, I got more than a little drunk, and in the morning I woke up in the prefect's bed, next to the prefect's wife. I got up and went into my bride's room, and there was a strange man in her bed. I killed the bastard and was about to kill her when Mishan came into the room yelling. Apparently, I had just killed her sister's husband and was about to kill her sister. I tried to tell her it was an honest mistake, but she wouldn't hear it. The brother-in-law's family was pissed, and so was the prefect when he found out about his wife. They tried to subdue me so they could send me to prison. I killed them all swiftly. None of them suffered. Still, Mishan wouldn't leave with me. She kept crying and complaining about her family. Family life just isn't for me.
Ужас.
Whatever.
Yes, I appreciate the attention, but you have things to do. You've made arrangements to gain the trust of the Lotus Assassins, but haven't followed through. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. And the Inquisitor has a task for you as well. Appeasing one or the other will be enough for our purposes. The path is yours to choose. We've gone over this. Death's Hand is using the prisoners who should be working on the wall to construct some sort of personal army of golems. My father probably knows something, but not the true danger of it. I need to show that Death's Hand intends to seize control. The Lotus Assassins act for Death's Hand. There has to be proof of his evil intent in the Lotus Assassin Fortress. That is where you need to go. My father? What do you want to know that isn't already public knowledge? Emperor Sun Hai is well known and well loved. Death's Hand is wearing away at that reputation, however, and I need to stop him before it goes too far. He has been present for as long as I can remember, but he only rose to prominence after the end of the long drought. My father was very caring when I was a child. Now he is cold and distant. I know Death's Hand is corrupting him somehow. I will answer what I can, but you have other things to do as well. Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assistance. Consider it a small token of my favor. I thank you for your courtesy. A woman always likes to hear when her gifts are appreciated. It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. A princess is not normally allowed to show favorites. The Imperial Palace holds many treasures, although Death's Hand carted many off. To what end, I do not know. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition, despite my respect for it? Sometimes I want what everyone else has, to be myself. And to be myself, I gave you what I wished. Well, you're polite at least. Most nobles take gifts as a matter of course, especially those from a woman. But the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined for the throne, destined to rule the Empire after my father, but that will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the Imperial succession. Or perhaps convince my father that he should be Emperor by marriage. Indeed, we cannot. I would bite my own tongue before ever allowing that man to touch me. I'm sorry, I've ruined the mood. We should continue our talk another time. First, we must expose Death's Hand, reveal his treachery and manipulation. I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
Always happy to help. What do you need? Dawnstar has been telling me about two rivers, the Swamp and Gao the Lesser. I was sorry to hear about your town and your friends. It brought a question to mind. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why? Seriously. Why are you doing this? Details aside, you're fighting the Empire as a whole when you oppose the Lotus Assassins, Death's Hand, or the Emperor's will. I know all about your village and your master, and that explains some of it. What it doesn't explain is your drive, your strength. What gives you that? I wonder if fate cast this burden upon you, or if you rose up on your own to shoulder it. History will probably decide. I know you're going to follow Silk Fox's plans to find a way into the Assassin's Den. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we'll succeed. It's what happens after you find a way in that has me worried. I know, but never in their lair, never in that place. I knew men and women who were drawn to the Lotus Assassins. They went into that place to prove themselves, as you intend to. And the few who made it back out were different. That's reassuring to hear. I'm afraid of what would happen if they convinced you that their way is right. I know you'll be fine. The Assassins will be lucky if you don't bring the place down around their ears. Just be sure not to tip your hand before you're ready. That's all in the future, though. We should keep at what we're doing. There's a lot left to tackle before we're done. Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
Yes? How can this humble Bondmaster assist you today? My prescient pretty has an uncanny knack for derailing my plans, in case you haven't already noticed. I have tried several times to leave, but it always fails miserably. Some say there are spirits out there that masquerade as people, and I suspect she may be one of them. She has my soul, and there's nothing I can do about it. One time, I tried to sneak away while she was delivering a special order of buns to her uncle's family. As I started to leave, I slipped on some oil and broke my arm. Still, I put my arm in a sling and was continuing on my way when I was run down by a rogue bun cart. When I came to, my wife had returned and was in a foul mood. Apparently, everyone she had visited died from food poisoning. But why not her? I mean, I'm sure she ate at least one of the buns I sent. It is simply my lot in life to be given into the care of a demon whose sole sustenance comes from sucking the very life from my body and soul. Soup, anyone? Not now. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear. Especially when I am here and she could be so far, far, far away. As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
What do you want? Okay.
Yes? What do you need? I'd like to get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
She worries about the poor minister, a man she would despise in any other circumstance.
That is not really necessary right now, although I do enjoy the attention. We have come so far together. Thank you for that. Very well, but we should get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
Ну, в принципе, все, мы со всеми поговорили. Сейчас тогда в кузнице лорда Лао мы произведем еще несколько техник.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Busy, busy. No time for chatty, chatty.
И вернемся на арену.
Yes, yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lao, he could use a bit of restraint. No, I have not had any new insights. The best option I can suggest is just to keep your eyes open. There has to be reference to them somewhere. I don't know. Maybe have a look at this note. I copied some scrawled words from a post near the furnace controls. Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm.
Ух, флеш-граната в глаза. Так, значит, какие у меня еще есть? Я конфигурацию дракона же хотел сделать, да? Так, значит, нужна вода. Cauldron, Cogs, Тигр. Cauldron, Cogs, Тигр. Так, вот это вот он. Cauldron, Cogs. Так, и тигр. A Mountain Within. Конфигурация дракона выполнена. Отлично. Просто замечательно. Ой. Body плюс 5. Отлично. Так. 322 оппонента побеждено уже. Любимый стиль Legendary Strike. Любимый стиль боевых искусств Legendary Strike. Любимое оружие Dragon Sword. Favorite Magic Style Dire Flame. Это странно, потому что я в последнее время только силой земли пользуюсь. Favorite Transformation Toad Demon, да, потому что это отсылка к Наруто. Favorite Support Style Heavenly Wave. Ну, я им чаще пока что пользовался, да. Так, что у нас еще по техникам есть? Конфигурация змеи, так. О! Ага, все. Сейчас еще одну технику сделаем. Так. Теперь надо запустить вот электричество. Потом печь и колдрон. И сейчас нажмем кнопочку тигра. Конфигурация змеи выполнена. Calm as the morning breeze.
There's just something about this place. I can almost feel it. It's on the tip of my brain. And then it's gone. I just wish something would help prod my memory. Huh? What? Well now, what have we here? Well, isn't that just a golden carp full of luck? Let's see here. It's a wind map. Very sloppy ink, like it was crafted in a hurry, but I can decipher it. It would seem that someone wants to reward proper use of the furnace. Through some wind, like any other of its kind. Really, I think you'd have grasped the concept by... Oh, you mean specifically? Like the previous map, there is really only one way to know for certain where it leads, and that is to get in the flyer and go there. We will have to leave the furnace before we can fly out, however. A little matter of needing the flyer. Just tell me when you want to leave. All right, all right. Have a look around, or whatever it is you do. Come and find me when you want to go back.
Так, что у нас осталось из конфигурации Окса? Так. Что у меня по предметам? Так, а где их смотреть-то? Я уж что-то забыл. А, ну. У меня пока что нету воды, которая нужна для той конфигурации. О, кстати. У меня он теперь как персонаж выглядит. Он не только светится, он еще встает вот в эту же позицию, как он здесь вот Вот так же руки выставлять перед собой. Классно. Ох.
A most intriguing place. If we make it back to the real world, speak with me again and we can head off on that little wind map adventure. Did I say if we make it back? Ha, yes, I did.
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus Assassins will be bad for your reputation, but good for our goal.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Then what, pray tell, is he?
I don't know, but his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as weak as he is.
Thank you for listening, but I want more than caution. Neither of you understand what they are capable of.
You aren't doing much to add to our understanding. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
This is not helping anything. Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. And surprisingly, she's right. You've made contact with the Lotus Assassins, but haven't shown them why they need to fully accept you. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. And the Inquisitor has a task for you as well. Appeasing one or the other will be enough for our purposes. The path is yours to choose. I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? The time is coming, but not yet. There is a great challenge ahead of you, and I will be watching very closely. Goodbye.
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus Assassins will be bad for your reputation, but good for our goal. You spoke with both of their agents, I believe. I like that you explore all the options before making up your mind. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. And the Inquisitor has a task for you as well. I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
What do you want? Okay.
Yes, what can I do for you? Busy. No time.
Я не помню, чтобы я несколько раз подряд так часто триггерил диалог с ней.
I'm waiting for you to follow the map we found after using the furnace. I'm sure it will jog my memory and maybe result in a few trinkets for you. Who knows? Ha! I'm looking forward to this. Remembering things long forgotten is like getting to open a gift twice. Yes, I see things so clearly now. No actual destination, but my memory is plotted again. Good job. Well, another exciting adventure. No new devices to build, but I have more than just memories to show for it this time. Exotic fuel for the furnace. I hung a net out. Wait, I have nets? Yes, I do. I have a lot of things. Oh, good thing, too. We can use this stuff. With the proper configurations, these new elements can produce spectacular effects. Ha! You should be glad. I see what you mean. It does seem to be a rather complicated number of hoops to go through just for some shiny baubles, even if baubles are always nice to have. Perhaps more will be revealed with further operation of the furnace, like how the map for the last trip appeared. There must be some plan in place. Lord Lao wouldn't leave such a thing unattended for no reason, much as I would never leave the marvelous dragonfly at the side of the road. Right. We will talk later. I'll just think up some new features for the dragonfly. Maybe mole talents for burrowing.
Угу. Так, может быть, теперь у меня получится эту конфигурацию использовать. Ну-ка.
Yes, what can I do for you? Busy. No time for chatty. Yes. Certainly.
Итак. Конфигурация Окса. Only the water and the uploading stack. Uploading stack. Что это интересно? Ну-ка. Uploading stack. Ага. Clapper Chimney, наверное, да? Будем надеяться, что я правильно понял. Да, не ошибся. Spirit of the Master. Так, и как-то у нас техника. Интересно, что она дает. Increased magical damage. Очень-очень хорошо.
A most intriguing play. Well, given the rather fantastic nature of the furnace, I would bet that whoever has them doesn't really know what they are for. You found one previously in an unrelated endeavor. I'm afraid that is just the kind of continued uncertainty we will have to deal with. Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
This can't be happening. My business is finished. I'm finished.
Так, чё, сайд-квест, что ли, какой-то? Потому что этого типа раньше не было.
This can't... What? Oh, you're the one with the flyer, aren't you? Forgive my impertinence, but do you own that flyer, perhaps? I am Hingu, a mechanic and a businessman. I supply upgrades to people fortunate enough to have flyers. However, I've had some trouble obtaining parts of late. My previous associate went on a trip to retrieve valuable parts and never returned. I need someone brave, someone who is a capable pilot. The missions I have are dangerous, but the rewards are worth it. I will pay you good silver, and I can sell you parts for your flyer, to make it better.
What? Make it better? This is the finest ship of its kind. I should know. I made it. You're just a fix-it man. What would you know about ships?
I have been working on flyers since they first started appearing in the Empire. I take these rickety contraptions and make them into something amazing.
Rickety? There has never been a flyer more solid than the marvelous dragonfly. Rickety? Your wits are the only thing rickety around here.
As you say, all the more reason to work with me. If your flyer is truly that good, you'll have no problems. Very few at least. I have some supplies in the North Provinces that I need to pick up immediately. We've had trouble with bandits up there, so it might be tricky. If you could bring me those supplies, I'd have the parts necessary to upgrade your flyer. What do you say? Very good. Here's your wind map. It'll show you where to go. I'll also pay extra if you get rid of those bandits plaguing the area.
Another impact and we start losing pieces.
Эх.
Abandon the fight.
Чё, тут достаточно тяжело. Я ж вообще позабыл про то, что здесь есть целые миссии с этой мини-игрой. Так, подбирать не надо, а то меня это обратно откатит к огню с двумя линиями. У этого больше урона и больше рейндж. Ну что? Справились. Рука смерти. Этот персонаж. Мне нравится, как они всю игру тебя настраивают на то, что это как бы главный злодей истории. Но ох, сколько же там неожиданных поворотов нас ожидает, когда мы доберемся до Имперского дворца. Наши персонажи даже не подозревают. Так, ну что ж. Мы сейчас поможем куртизантке и заодно избавимся от судьи-извращенца. А затем... Так, а что за... А, и пройдем арену. Надеюсь, что успеем.
I'm not really in the mood for company. Judge Fang wanted me to try something special last night, and I still haven't quite recovered yet. Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something else? Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help.
Интуиция.
No. Even if I was willing to give up all that silver, if Fang finds out, he'll make sure I spend the rest of my days begging for death. It's not worth the risk.
Странно, что интуиция провалилась в диалоге с ней.
Wow. That is a lot of silver. And I'd love to get out from under Fang's boot heel. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
It sounds like he deserves death, but I don't know if the Inquisitors would agree.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye. Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his Imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense. And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs. Well done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait, oh great and virile Fang.
Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me.
Как я и сказал, мы обязательно поможем ей избавиться от этой паршивой участи.
Saw you out there in the ring. You got real potential. Even Fang was impressed. But that doesn't mean he wants you blocking his view, so back up. He comes here to watch the fights, not talk to the fighters. I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict horrible, bloody carnage on someone in the ring. I wouldn't call him sick and twisted. That's an insult to sick and twisted people everywhere. Fang's on a whole other level. I never used to believe the stories, but now that I'm working for him, I can honestly say he's the most degenerate and perverted man in the whole empire. But he pays well, very well. Enough so that we pretend not to see what's going on, though I still feel bad for Breezes sometimes. How did you get... No, forget it. I don't want to know. You better go talk to Fang about that ring. Yeah, we don't want any part of this.
Ну что ж, мы сейчас окунем его лицом в грязь и смесим его с его позиции, и больше он никому не навредит, я надеюсь.
Do you mind? How can I enjoy the crack of bone, the screams of pain, and the glorious geysers of crimson blood down in the arena with you bothering me? Or are you here to offer me your services for later? I generally prefer women, but I might branch out if a handsome man like you is willing to beg.
Нет, 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 нет.
I simply believe in exploring the darker aspects of human nature. I openly admit those hidden lustings that others try to keep a shameful secret. But I can see you aren't interested. So, what is your purpose here? Is that so? Let me guess. Some sense of moral outrage at my perversions, no doubt. Well, my tastes are already well known at the Imperial Court. Nobody cares about my predilections, as long as I don't let my activities interfere with my duties as a judge. My ring? But how... That harlot. I should have suspected something when she came to me willingly. Usually I have to command her presence. Well, it seems you have me in an awkward position. I can't let it be known that I was foolish enough to let a whore steal my ring. I would lose my position. So, what is it you want from me? Silver? An Imperial posting? What? Of course. Now I understand. The Lotus Assassins are behind this, aren't they? I should have known something like this would happen. They tried to bend me to their will, but I'm not easily broken. Or so I thought. Are you proud of yourself? Bowing and scraping at the feet of your Lotus Assassin masters, helping them to bring me down? You think I'm an evil man, don't you? You think my soul is rotten and corrupt. But at least I have a soul. The same cannot be said for those you now serve. The Lotus Assassins destroyed me. But now that I am gone, I wonder where their attention will turn next. Keep a close watch over your shoulder, friend. My resignation is on the table. Take it and stamp it with my imperial ring yourself.
Вот и все. Избавились от извращенца. И спасли бедную куртизантку от мучений еженочных. Сейчас мы отчитаемся. Да.
Sa'ir Yaguak, Coconato Siri Panoneniku.
Sairos tiusiot, Sarorasipa Ukari Napsoaku.
Unovir na no pa Yesu. Isana yuyo, Konir Puk no Sankut na no Hona Napir. Ipaner Nuku Iwair, Nikasanarir, Iruru Ninua Sa'ir Kana. Usair Coconato, Tanatir, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Coconato Siri Panoneniku. Ipaner Nuku Iwair, Nikasanarir, Iruru Ninua Sa'ir Kana. Sata tawi ir wanawa fu kuno sukud nia awafawa ir sutuk. Usair Coconato, Tanatia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Coconato Siri Panoneniku. Unikasurir Kwanano Kuni Ugnawata ir Niknipier. Ir Kana, Unikasurir Kwanano Kasair Iruru.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins. With the recommendation of the Inquisitor, the others will welcome you as a recruit. You can slip into the very heart of their lair. You could also go to the arena and seek the favor of the Executioner, but it isn't necessary now. A path to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open.
And after we find the evidence against Death's Hand, you will take us to the palace to find Master Li?
I promise, little Dawnstar. After we get what I want from the Lotus Assassins, the palace is the first place we will go. You have permission, so there won't be any trouble entering. It's only after we have the evidence against Death's Hand that they might notice something is wrong.
It would still be good to get some information first. Sagacious Zoo might know something. We should ask him. Where is he?
Well, you should be more careful of who you trust. That is true. I wouldn't trust any of the ragged homeless you have collected. No offense meant to those of you who are actually homeless, Dawnstar. If Sagacious Zoo has gone to warn the Lotus Assassins, you need to move quick. If he's just run off, he is no longer our concern.
Zoo would not turn on us.
The Lotus Assassin Fortress is in the far end of the necropolis. They shouldn't give you any trouble. Just appear confident as you enter.
I suppose it is wise to secure the recommendation of both, but please speak to me before you enter the fortress. This troubles me.
The Executioner in the arena will want you to demonstrate your ability as a combatant. Finish with him and hurry back. Do not hesitate for too long. Sagacious Zoo's sudden flight has made our task somewhat more urgent.
Ну что ж. К сожалению, время приближается позднее, уже почти что полночь в Екатеринбурге. Вот, мне еще предстоит поговорить со всеми своими товарищами. Вот, и арена, к сожалению, быстро не будет пройдена. Так что мы это продолжим завтра. Завтра я постараюсь... Не, завтра мы арену пройдем 100%. Но я не уверен, что мы пройдем Некрополис. Или точнее будет сказать, не уверен, что мы пройдем Академию Ассасинов Лотоса. Но я постараюсь. По идее, в арене осталось немного. Серебряная и золотая лиги, потом там будет продолжение личного квеста Черного Вихря. И после того, как мы разделаемся со всем этим квестом, который касается арены, можно будет пойти в Некрополис. В Некрополисе будет ряд сайд-квестов еще. Мы их выполним. Дойдем до базы Ассасинов Лотоса и попытаемся примкнуть к их рядам, ну, ложно, чтобы разобраться с тем, что же там происходит, чем же руководит рука смерти. И после всего этого мы как никогда будем близки к финалу игры в целом. Там, можно сказать, останется финальный акт. Потому что после стычки с рукой смерти в базе Ассасинов Лотоса мы наконец-то доберемся до императора Суньхая, выясним всю правду, которая произошла тогда при нападении на храм монахов духа, на храм духовных монахов, так, наверное, правильнее будет сказать, что они на самом деле сделали с водяным драконом, и все вот это. Произойдет неожиданный сюжетный поворот, после которого начнется настоящая финальная часть игры. В общем, нам предстоит еще много захватывающих событий и приключений в Нефритовой империи. Я надеюсь, что вы разделите это со мной. Либо на стриме, либо в записи на ютубе, как вам удобнее. Вот. И по традиции я завершаю свой стрим зарядом бодрости и позитива для вас, для вашей души, для ваших сердец. Не забывайте следовать пути открытой ладони или светлой стороны силы. Быть добрыми следует не только в видеоиграх, но и в реальной жизни. Будьте добры к самим себе, к людям, которые вас окружают. Вот. Протягивайте руку помощи, когда вас о ней просят. Потому что дарить людям позитивные эмоции — это очень приятно. И в целом делает мир лучше. Главное, не забывайте ставить себя на место тех, кому сейчас нехорошо. Потому что у каждого человека бывают моменты в жизни, когда он чувствует себя ужасно. И периодически стоит напоминать себе о том, что как приятно было, когда эти ужасные времена заканчивались и когда для вас сделали что-то хорошее. И вот то же самое чувствуют все остальные люди, с которыми вы сталкиваетесь, у которых сейчас какие-то есть проблемы. Вот. Неважно, каких размеров эти проблемы, потому что размер проблемы, он для каждого человека субъективен. Вот. Так что поэтому делать людям хорошо — это залог крепких человеческих отношений. И только эти самые человеческие отношения между людьми приведут нас к более светлому будущему. Не конфликты. А надо не строить стены между друг другом, а прокладывать мосты. Вот. Так что будьте здоровы. Будьте счастливы, не забывайте о ценности человеческой жизни, о своей в том числе. Она очень важна. Без вас жизнь другого человека, частью которой вы являетесь, была бы совсем иной, и не факт, что лучше. Так что вы помните о том, что вы своим существованием делаете жизнь других людей лучше. И вы будете делать еще лучше, если будете при этом творить действительно добрые и позитивные поступки. Когда делаешь хорошо другим, добро возвращается к тебе. Так что не забывайте об этом. Желаю вам всем доброй ночи, всего хорошего, всего доброго и увидимся завтра в Нефритовой империи снова. Пока-пока.